Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to Hirakata City in Osaka Prefecture on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And we are here at the Kagiya Museum. And this is a very historic place here in Hirakata. And just a very brief introduction, if you watch my very first video about historic Hirakata, I walked through Hirakata Shuku. And this is a historic post town, so a lot of traders would travel by land or by the Yodogawa, the Yodo River, between Kyoto and Osaka, and so they would stop and stay the night here, and they would pack up on supplies, they would eat dinner, and of course have a place to stay. And so the old traditional houses that where these traders stayed at night is called Kagiya. That's the traditional architecture that we're going to see in this museum here. And so, yeah, these places, it would kind of be like a kind of ancient hotel, I guess. So you can have a place to stay, get some rest, and pack up on your supplies. So anyway, and so this is the entrance to the museum here. This is the Hirakata Shuku. This is the Kagiya Hakubutsukan, the Kagiya Museum. And this is it. This is the main entrance into the museum. Okay, so we're going to go inside and I'll continue recording when we see something interesting. Okay, see ya. Okay, before we go in, I just want to show you this information here in Japanese. So, of course, if you can read this, you can pause it. But this is a little bit of the history about this museum. And this goes back to the Edo period in Japanese history, which would be before 1868, I guess. So, anyway, let's see, there was a song, a famous song that the traders would sing as they would travel up and down this historic route. And they would actually mention this house here, the Kagiya house here in Hirakata. It was actually mentioned in the song. So we can see just how important it was to the traders as they would pass through. So maybe they have a lot of memories, or they were looking forward to staying here and making good memories. And so a very historic place here. So in 1998, they restored this place. They kind of renovated it, updated it, and made it into the museum that it is today. And Hirakata City has really invested a lot of money to protect this place as a historic cultural place in Hirakata City. So anyway, this is the main entrance here, and we can record inside. There are a few places we can't record. But we will go inside now, buy our tickets, and take a look around. So let's go. Okay, so here we are inside the Kagiya Museum. And we're going to do a very quick tour because, as you can see outside, there's a large tour group about to come in. So anyway, we walked around. And so we think we know the highlights here, but you can kind of see some of the views from the inside. Okay, so one of the things is the pottery. And here you can see this pottery came from all over Japan, and it was excavated here in Hirakata. So there are many places in Japan that are very famous for its pottery. We can see here on the map all the way from the Nagasaki area in Saga and Karatsu, and then other areas, Shigaraki, and near Nagoya and Tokyo as well. So we can see just how important pottery was here in Hirakata Shuku. Yeah, so this is called chawan in Japanese, but it's for the special tea, right? Yeah, just different ceramics for drinking tea. And this is from Nagasaki, maybe. So. And this room is about the restoration process. Some of the pictures of how they restored from its original, to keep the original architecture today. And then this map here, maybe here you can see, these are the guest rooms. So you can see where all the people stayed here in this Kagiya. Here's a model. And here you can see the famous boats. These are called the kura wan ka bune. Yeah. And so we're going to see a replica in just a few minutes. And so this is the eastern end of the Hirakata Shuku. So if you watch my video of walking around Hirakata-shi Station, I end my video here at the eastern end of the Hirakata Shuku. And then here you can see the old traditional food that they used to eat here. And actually here at this museum they can prepare a special lunch. You need a group of at least 4 people. And you can eat the exact same food that they used to eat back in the old days. They have a video here, but we're not going to watch that. And then this is it. This is the traditional boat. And so again, this is called kura wan ka bune. Kura wan ka means do you want some? And then bune would be boat. So here on the wall you can see the Yodo River, and they would come up and down this river on boats, and then as they would come by Hirakata, the local people would go out in their boats, in these old traditional boats, and they had some traditional food and drinks, and they would say kura wan ka, do you want some? And then they would just pass it over to the boats as they would pass by. And actually today, I think later today, we're going to have some traditional food from those days. So we'll see. And then on the second floor, we can see a very nice big open room with tatami floors. Then they have the Japanese style furniture here. And yeah, really nice chandeliers. And so actually this, I think back in 1910, after the Keihan train line opened up between Kyoto and Osaka, it really diminished the trading route. And so after that, then they kind of updated this place into a really expensive restaurant. And maybe this is the area where they would eat. Anyway, we have really beautiful weather today, and you can see the view over to the Yodo River and the mountains in the distance. And of course, right there in the Yodo River, that's where they would pass by. And the boats from Hirakata would go out and say Kurawanka. So it's a lot of history here. And then of course there's the bridge, the Hirakata Ohashi, going across the Yodo River over to Takatsuki on the other side. And apparently on a clear day you can see all the way to Hiezan, which is on the border between Kyoto and Shiga, and then all the way to Rokozan, over in Hyogo, just outside of Kobe. And I do have a video from the top of there, a night view. It's Japan's top 3 best night views. So these are just some dolls. Let's see. Maybe depicting different scenes here in Hirakata. We can see the boat again.
Especially Girls' Day of Hina.
Yes, for Girls' Day, which would be February 2nd?
No, March 3rd.
March 3rd. Okay, March 3rd is Girls' Day. So, yeah, we can see, of course, the moon, the full moon. Of course, having moon viewing parties. Here they have music. So really nice area here. Okay. So of course you have to take your shoes off when you come into the museum. You can wear the slippers, or you can just wear your socks. And especially when you come in here, they do have slippers to go onto the tatami floor. And then there's one more room here. And again, it's kind of like a dining room, maybe? A private room. Again, more of the famous boat, Kurawanka boats. So yeah, a really cozy place, historic, very well preserved. So that's just a very quick run through. This is called the Bekka. What is it called? Bekko. Okay. Betto. So this is the first and second floor, and then there's one more building we're going to go to, and after we get there, we'll film a little bit more. Okay. See you. Okay, so we are standing outside the Kagiya Museum, and we're very lucky to meet the head of the Kagiya Museum, and his name is Katayama-san, and he's going to give us a little message here in Japanese, and I will translate it into English after he finishes his message. So, hello, onegaishimasu.
鍵屋資料館の片山と申します。こちら、鍵屋資料館なんですけれども、江戸時代の枚方の歴史とかですね、淀川の歴史を展示する施設になってます。こういうふうに見ていただいたらいいんですけど、江戸時代の建物をね、そのまま展示ができるように、なってます。ぜひお越しいただければと思います。はい。どうもありがとうございました。
どうもありがとうございました。はい。 Okay, so that was Katayama-san, and again, he's the manager or the head of this Kagiya Museum. And basically, he was saying that this museum goes back to the Edo Jidai, which ended in 1868. So I'm not exactly sure. Maybe the late 1700s, early to mid 1800s. But this was the place where the travelers came and stayed and ate, and they preserved these buildings for us to come and learn about the history here in Hirakata. So we're going to walk through the main building. And it's pretty busy today. There's actually a market going on today. These are some coins.
The money.
Money. You can see the traditional clothes. Maybe this is the boxes they use to eat their dinner. Of course, we call them bento boxes in Japanese. And then they sell a lot of souvenirs here, a lot of snacks. It's from Okinawa. And the famous thing is the mochi, the kurawanka mochi, and they sold out just about 30 minutes ago. But there are other places here in Hirakata where we can buy the mochi. And over here they have like towels and folders. And of course here the big one, the kurawanka bear. Dog, yeah, kurawanka. So in Japanese, wan is for dog. So kurawanko. So it's kind of the character, this the mascot here. So. So again, a very beautiful day. And then this is the last area. There's not much to see. I'll just zoom in, but you can see the area here. And again, this is where they stayed. The traditional tatami floors, which are still used today. Even my apartment has a tatami room. Okay, so that's just a little look around the main building, and we'll see you later. Bye. Okay, so now we are outside the museum, and I just want to point out this up here, this symbol is an old key, and that symbol there that you can see, and then also over here, that is a symbol of wealth, that there's a lot of money, a lot of prosperity here at in this area. So anyway, this is the Kagiya Museum here in Hirakata City in Osaka Prefecture. It's a very historic place, and it was only 200 yen to come inside, about $2. So I definitely think it's worth it. There's not a lot of English actually there's no English information available, but you can still see a lot of historic things, and yeah, learn about a little bit of the history of Hirakata. Okay, so this is the end of our video. So Michael, do you have anything?
Okay. I knew the name, the Kurawanka, just by name, because my parents told me just a little bit history about that, but I didn't know. I came here to see this museum, and I learned a lot. I learned history about Hirakata. It's really good opportunity to come here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
And in Japanese?
もし枚方市に来ることがあれば、ぜひこの鍵屋さんにいらしてください。枚方宿と、くらわんか舟の歴史がすごい分かりやすく展示されてます。楽しいと思いますので、で200円でとても安いですし、よかったら来てください。
Yeah, so very good museum. It might be the best museum in Hirakata, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, there are a few museums here in Hirakata, and but this one, for me, it seems like it stands out. It's maybe one of the best. So anyway, it's only 200 yen, about $2, and it's definitely worth it. You can come in, and of course you can buy some souvenirs and learn a little bit about the history of Hirakata. Also, I would recommend try to plan your trip on the same day as the Godoku Ichi, which is the market that is held here on the second Sunday of the month. So you can visit the market, and then on the same day at the same time, you can come here to the museum. So you can kill two birds with one stone. So anyway, that's what we're doing today, actually. So our next video is going to be about walking through the market today. And so we have a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and I think we're gonna have some lunch and maybe do a little shopping. So anyway, this is the Kagiya Museum. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.